So they're going to pick their carry now on RSG to deal with this Timber. Timber pretty much only goes in one lane nowadays. The mid Timber's just gone out of fashion. I haven't seen it in forever. Plus, it's not going to go mid versus bat, so they get to choose an Ursa if they want, or maybe a Razor could be a good choice. I'm not sure what else I'm missing versus Timbersaw. Bloodseeker's banned, Monkey's banned. Some people like to do Luna, but that hero is long forgotten at this point.
We saw her once. This DPC.
Will we see her again in this game?
No idea. I'm trying to think of Luna 1 off the top of my head.
Well, that is like my backup option for them.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I'm missing something here. I don't know. I'll let you know if I made a mistake, but
safe lane, Leshrac.
there's a
Warlock. I'm
Warlock.
so keen to see Warlock again.
There's Ursa.
All right. I mean, it's yeah, Warlock's a bit of an out there pick, but at the same time, it makes sense. It's just like, let's just secure and play this lane in kind of a greedy farm way. You've got the Ursa who matched up against the Timber, so you just need to make sure that Ursa can't get harassed too badly, and he's going to be able to bully and beat this Timber out of lane. So Warlock kind of gives you that with the sustain.
I want to talk about these two more, the two picks, but I want to quickly circle back to the Luna. The Luna did end up winning, and it was Fnatic that played it.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to put that tidbit out there, but yes, Fear, the Warlock, Ursa.
Whoa!
The thing that's irrelevant.
Weaver carry, I believe, against Ursa.
I feel like we haven't seen Weaver in so long.
First the Bat Rider too, I guess.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, but this is a forgotten hero as far as carry role goes, unless you're watching Mason's stream.
Maybe it's the Midweaver. They're flexing it. No, I do like this Warlock pick a lot, actually, because I talk a lot about how Marcy's big weakness is team fight. They also have a Bat, not the greatest team fighter. They have great initiation now and single target, and the Warlock will help the Ursa in the laning stage get his items and farm, where he can eventually be left alone versus the Timber and do well. And now they have the team fight on top of all the single target they have, so it does make a lot of sense. I do like it.
They got a lot of like move speed alterations as well on RSG with Marcy's, and then if you get Shard on Warlock, it's the AoE with
That's
move
why
speed.
Weaver's so good here. Does not care. This Weaver
Does not
pick
care.
honestly is like, to me, amazing against all four of these heroes. At least like, it's not a fun hero for Warlock to play into. I'm not so sure about the Marcy one. I haven't really seen that too much, but
it's pretty sad if you do get stunned. Weaver doesn't like playing for stuns, especially if you get out of position. So it's I don't know, like that matchup's kind of goes both ways. If you do get like an Aether once, it's pretty bad for the Weaver.
Okay.
Bat Rider, if you lasso the Weaver, you can kill him, but obviously really good Lincoln too in the Weaver.
yeah, probably you get Lincoln's like at least
The
by your
Ursa
second item.
Weaver matchup's a little deceptive because like if Ursa gets a basher, he can actually just kill you in one bash. so it can be a little sad, but you need to play a little careful. There's a reason why people don't pick a lot of Weaver. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, for as good as it may match up against some of these heroes, it's not perfect.
One
and-
wrong thing can happen and you're just dead.
Yeah.
Very squishy hero. Your damage output's not very bursty, so you're really relying on your laning stage for the most part.
What?
And
Marcy core or Willow? Surely Dark Willow's not core.
Yeah, it looks like Marcy, unfortunately, will be going on a core.
Yeah, Marcy
Position.
Willow lane.
Yeah, I hate Marcy core. I really wanted to make it work, and trust me, I really wanted to make it work, but I realized it's just not good.
okay, so I feel like you're not really vibing with RSG's lineup then.
I
Yeah.
am. I just don't like the Marcy core, but like
Everything else?
they can win with this lineup still. Don't get me wrong. Like this isn't a trash draft. It's playable.
What is the Willow bringing here? Why is that such a...
Just more
decent-
disables for the Weaver, right? You've got the Roots, you've got the Curse Crown, you've got the Fear. You got 3 sources of disable there, which is a little annoying to play against as a Weaver.
Void, I know you guys are just going to be like boring here, so I'm not even going to ask you about it. Instead, I'm going to be bringing in our casters because I know they're going to give us a little bit of insight. Mike and Trent joining us again. Mike, do you want to start? Any heroes you want to call a little bit trash? Any you don't like the positions where they're going?
Yeah, I mean, this Marcy hero, we've talked about it a billion times. Complete trash hero. It's going to be in the core role, and for once, me and Fear actually agree. This hero doesn't work in the core role. We all know it. I think that Fnatic's got this one in the back. I mean, I don't want to say it because I've jinxed everything today, but Fnatic must have this one in the back.
Should have heard him groan. It was, oh, jeez. Mike was not happy upon the resolving of these hero picks. So, yeah. Certainly, it looks like Fnatic has something nice and stable here. We'll see if Weaver can actually carry or if he'll be squished like the bug he is.
What do you guys sit with this one? Is it going to be the rise of the Weaver? We're going to see him succeed again? Or could Mossy carry actually for once succeed?
I'm really torn, honestly. There's stuff I like about both drafts, and there's stuff I just have I have no idea
do
what to expect.
you want a scissors, paper,
Weaver.
rock for which one you want to predict?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
if I win, you have to go with RSG. If you win, you go with Fnatic. Ready?
Yeah.
Scissors, paper, rock. Wait again, quickly. All right, you have to go with Fnatic. Great.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
I
Good work,
believed all
guys.
along.
Great analysis. And Theo?
I mean, I really hate the offlane Marcy, but I think Fnatic's draft as a whole is trash, so they're gonna lose.
So it's which one's trash to more trash? You know what? It's
trash
just
hero
gonna,
versus trash draft.
Exactly. It's going to be down to skills, then not draft. And I'm excited as Mike and Trent are taking us to game 1.
Why doesn't Fear ever want to agree with me, Trent? Like, what have I done to him?
Well, here's what I'll say is that, first off, Fear and I have just realized are outnumbered by Australians. Right. So that's a little weird. I don't know if this has ever happened on a broadcast before. It's 3 versus 2. Why are you doing rock, paper, scissors backwards? I'm a little upset right now. Okay, that's all I took away from that whole segment. I was so confused. What is that? Who does scissors, paper, rock? Is that what I heard?
Look, don't worry about it. That's how we do it.
This whole
Well,
upside down world, everything is upside down in Australia. We were right.
To be fair, where I come from, you say rock, paper, scissors. Is that the right way to say it in the North American scene? Right,
yes.
okay.
No, not just North America. The rest of the planet.
Right.
Scissors are not first.
Well, speaking of Australians, Trent, have you seen Januel's mullet? The mullet god. Have you seen this guy?
I have. It gives him great power. It's like Samson's hair. You know, he's taken some inspiration.
It's incredible.
It's very powerful.
It's very, very good. It's great as well to have another Aussie pro player on the scene. Like, you saw KP win last series. But now Januel on Fnatic, I mean, could be another Aussie winning here, as we do have another fight breaking out. As I say that, DJ might just drop and does, and Trent, I think that's my cue to keep my mouth shut.
I guess so, huh? It's going to the Ursa as well. So already a hero that's very frightening in the laning stage. Yeah, just going to be juiced up a little bit here with that first blood versus the Timbersaw. You know, Fear was listing off the heroes, and he's like, maybe I forgot one. And, well, perhaps Ursa could be on that list. Obviously, Fury Swipe's certainly a notable tool. Verse is the Timbersaw, as long as you can lock him down and force him to be abused during that reset time. Does scale all the way up to 20 seconds, so at first not so bad, but definitely gets worse. And I love the Warlock pick. A hero that... The second the patch dropped, all I saw was every position 5 pro spamming Warlock. I literally went to the live tab and I saw like 5 straight games of like all the pros playing Warlock. They want this hero to be real, and Roger has decided that it is.
Can I just say as well, I've personally been spamming Warlock since the new patch came out, and I haven't lost with it yet. I'm 6-0 right now on POS 5 Warlock.
Wow.
Yeah, just wanted to put that out there.
You're actually doing better than the DPC as a whole, because they're 5-1.
Well,
so,
of course
Mike pro player soon. Yeah, of course I am.
So, I wanted to ask you, like, level 1, he's gone Fatal Bonds, and that's not something that I'm too familiar with. Like, you just want to push out the lane, get your levels early? Is that what it is? What's this about?
So, the last time that Warlock got buffed, it was this change. The Fatal Bonds hitting 6 targets at level 1. Because previously, it only hit like 2 targets or 3 targets or something. It was pretty bad at level 1. And then they buffed out the 6 targets, so people started doing this, where you would come in with the instant level 1s, and you just try and use the creeps to put a bunch of damage onto your opponents. So if they don't have enough harass that your heal is necessary, like in the first wave, then you try and get away with this to try and get that early harass off.
Thank you for that, Trent. Of course, we should have a look at the other lanes as well. Thank you. Mid lane, of course, Armel and XCLearn are going to be against each other. By the way, for anyone watching, we did actually check with XCLearn, because someone did say to me I was pronouncing his name wrong. But turns out I was right. It is XCLearn. We asked the man himself, just so you're aware.
And we learned. It's great.
We did. Of course, this mid matchup though, Armel against XCLearn on the Bat Rider. Who do you think should have the outright advantage?
Well, they willingly went into this one with the Void Spirit, and you can sort of understand why. Has some better options even than the Ember. As our previous series, we had the Ember versus the Bat, and Ember basically doing a similar play where he would just back away rather safely once he was getting a little high, goes for the early wand. Oh, we get hit again though. Nice napalm. And you imagine that, you know, it's difficult to commit, right? Much like getting Bola'd under the tower by the Ember, you might get Aether Remnant under the tower and just get blown up by all that damage. So, Bat, not going to have a rough time, I would say, but I think Armel will also just be fine.
Oh, nice little Aether Remnant there by Armel, taking his own water rune, but Exilern should be able to go down bottom and get the other one. No problems here for the Bat Rider. In that final lane, Xiao Yu on the pos 3 Marcy, Xiao Bon Bon on the pos 4 Dark Willow. Against DJ and the support Tiny and Raven on that position 1 Weaver. Trent, is this the game where Core Marcy actually works?
Is it time? Is that the question? I mean, everyone's been trying it, right? Like, currently in like the highest rated pubs, okay, she's the most picked hero. Not surprising. A lot of these are pro players trying to figure out how good she is and what her value is now, right? And of those 3,000 games over the past 7-8 days, all right, she's done only 183 in the offlane. It's almost all support. And the offlane's been going all right, but I think there's a good reason for that. It's just, like, they got to see their matchup, I suppose, so maybe they're hoping that this early mobility and stun duration will be enough to punish a squishier carry like a Weaver, and they just might be right.
So what you're trying to tell me is Marcy's trash? Is that what you're saying?
Marcy Core's kind of trash, but you know, Marcy herself, we're trying to figure out where her value lies in the draft, right? We're trying to figure out, like, is she worth picking first, or is she more of a, like, oh, this is a good Marcy game, like, you know, maybe she has good saves or something. So she's all around a little bit of a mystery.
Okay, fair enough. Like most people that watch the anime, I didn't actually enjoy Marcy. I just thought it was a, you know, whatever character, in my opinion.
What?
Trent.
Marcy hater?
Yeah, everyone's simping on Marcy. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You're too cool, huh? You're a little hipstery. Yeah, you don't like the stuff that everyone else likes. You're like, Marcy gets revealed, and you're like, where's Caden, man?
Where is Caden?
Huh?
He'd be a great hero, though, wouldn't he? Imagine that.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
So only 1 kill being drawn so far, almost 5 minutes in. Top lane, MKS is going to try and get a little bit active here underneath the tier 1 tower, but Jabs has a full creep wave he wants to farm, so won't want to dive too deep against the Ursa.
All right.
More than happy to just keep hitting creeps. Yep.
Question with this Marcy. So, like, we're obviously discovering a lot of combos with Marcy. Would this be a thing? Aghanim's Willow with Marcy? Is this a thing?
Can we confirm that the damage actually counts, though?
You know what? I don't even know because I haven't tested. And you always got to test everything because you never know. You don't want to be wrong.
Right.
I would think that it would work based off of however else, you know, Dark Willow works.
Top lane.
I guess we'll find out.
MKS. Big pick off here for Fnatic. Januel Malakot himself does manage to pick up a kill here onto the Ursa. Very, very good start here for the Fnatic side. And, well, as I say, that bot lane, they do at least get DJ, but Raven, he's on the chase for Xiao Yu, and they'll find another core. Another great kill here for Fnatic as Xiao Bon Bon trying to deal the harassment back, but Raven, he'll give it right back to him.
All right, well, at least right there, the Psychic did work, so I think we're good. Worked with the Shadow Realm right there, so combo available if he ever gets the Aghanims. Of course, that might not be the plan here. But who knows? We've had some pretty long games today.
Well, Januel, they have to commit the lasso to try and kill off this Ench. He just went right for the TP out, and like Exilern, he won't hesitate. He'll throw the lasso out, secure the Ench, and even find the courier of the Enchantress. That's really sad days. The brown boots are on that courier. Poor old Januel, he's going to be stuck without that for another minute or so.
And this is something that those support Enchantresses love to do, right? They want to get up inside your business, get some wards down into your jungle. They want to keep an eye on those stacks, maybe steal a couple, sometimes even farm them themselves. Not even just bring out their allies, right? So important to try and contest that when you can. And she's forced to just ward in the river, which is not what she was hoping for.
Oh, MKS going to try and chase down Jabs top lane. Fog is not going to help out Jabs. He is going to drop his Armel. Continues to chase down MKS, but now he's running out of damage. Will Ash will step away, but Roger is there with the body blocks. Armel in big trouble. MKS moving in. Armel still trying to survive. Does get the Warlock. MKS, how far is he going to go for this? Armel juking out. He's not going to be able to get it. Oh, MKS, he's going to run out, and Januel, he'll give him an impetus on the way out. It's still a nice kill. He got jabs. But you would have loved to see Armel go down there if you're RSG.
It would have been so bad too. Like so much time spent up there already. If only he was to fall after, that would have been quite the disaster. But down bottom, they can't chase because of the cursed crown, but ulti's there.
Xiao Yu not going to be able to keep going after Raven. Game already spicing up 3 to 5, 7.5 minutes in. Both teams really going at it as Roger mid lane now may get caught out. They do have the ensnare, and with that, the Remnant will hold him down. Roger is going to drop, and I think he didn't even get the Observer Ward out of that.
No, he didn't. Armel just slapped it right in front of his face. Said, I don't think so.
Voice lines him as well, as they found Jab on Bond now. Toss back. Aether Remnant gonna lock him down through the Shadow Realm, but he'll go right for a TP out. Astral Step is there, and it's gonna be enough. As he TPs out, he does secure the kill, but now with the lasso out, maybe they can secure Armel. He will Resonant Pulse back out of there towards the left. He'll make a run, and with a TP, he should be just fine. Exilern can't finish it.
Gives him the wave on the way out there too, and now MKS.
Oh boy, MKS may just be gone as Jabs will finish him off. The Ursa getting a little bit too cocky that time around, and Jabs will happily punish.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Timbersaw giving a lot of space. You know, we saw the Major, of course, position for Enigma, trying to take advantage of some stronger offlaners, move into the jungle, and try and get a little bit of farm for themselves. Now Enchantress able to do that here too. Already went in and stole one of the camps, giving the space to the Timber for some extra levels, but also willing to just come right back and help with the push. Great start up top now for Fnatic as they're looking to secure this tower, but the TP's coming back from MKS.
He's going to try and make sure they can't do so. Well, Jabs, he's going to get Curse Crowned up. Maybe they can secure the Timber with this. MKS all over it. Jabs surely has no chains out, and well, does not. MKS able to take the kill before he does manage to chain away. So nice kind of revenge kill there by the Ursa, and good rotations out from RSG as well, recognizing how that top lane was going.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Smoke though.
Give him a safe place to farm for a little bit after denying that tower and taking away some of that. Okay, I say safe. He's quite dead right now at MKS, I imagine. This would be a shocking survival.
Toss. Oops, wrong way for DJ, but the avalanche is there, so it won't matter. Laughs all around. Raven, he'll take the kill. MKS, he just respawned. He just got a kill, and then he went right back to the graveyard. Sad days for the bear.
Yeah, he's lost his home, and, well, they're going to move in on these creeps. Luckily, Bat Rider able to clean them up mostly before Armel gets in there.
Well, they do root him up. Armel still has a step charge if he needs it. Exilern, he's been slowed up. Genuel wants to try and go in. Avalanche is there as well. Raven, he's going to intercept, and Exilern suddenly in big trouble. He's going to drop on the mid Bat Rider. And Raven, he sees more. Xiao Yu, though, going to try and help out. Will at least take down Genuel, it seems, and does do so. I highly doubt they catch Raven. He'll be just fine to back himself out of there.
Yeah, they Fnatic, I mean, they have the Weaver, but they got rewarded for swarming. They just all run top, they kill the Ursa, and then they just go as this ball towards mid. And Exilern, he was so close to having lasso near the end of his Firefly. It was like just a couple seconds disjointed, so then he's sort of trying to like make this play, and then he gets stuck on the low ground with nothing and dies. And like, things were so close to lining up, and in the end, you just delay your timings by quite a bit, unfortunately.
They do. So, I mean, less than 1k net worth lead is still sitting the way of RSG, so it's not all bad news. The only issue is MKS, he's really been struggling. Currently 3 to 3. 3 deaths, not the greatest look for a POS 1 Ursa. Is now
Fnatic.
down bot. They group up again. They just haven't had enough. They want the Ursa.
Not again, surely.
Oh, okay, he knows something's wrong. He's going to back out. Instead, Roger is going to be targeted, but Armel, he misses the Aether Remnant. The Spidey senses there were tingling by RSG and barely managed to get them out of there.
Oh, and look at this. Exilern, they're actually smoking up top. They were trying to catch this Weaver, thinking that, oh, they're making all this space on the other side of the map. Raven's going to be pushing up top. Let's kill him on this next wave. But Raven goes back to his own triangle. So now they have to head south with the smoke. Still haven't found anyone. Oh, this would be huge.
No, it would be. Can they drop the golem? Roger, he's looking for the range, but not going to be able to get it. Still, Xiao Yu is on the chase, but Armel will step away. RSG, still a very, very good team coming out of Division 2 from last tour. Trying to get their aggression going, but unable to find some. They'll have to back their way out.
Yeah, it's no kill, but not too bad simply because they can just connect up with their Ursa, ensure this tower goes down. Do have to worry about mid, though. Sealern's still here to grab the wave. Jabonbon also coming through here and has that Terrorize and Bedlam. So, you know, you get yourselves a lasso and someone should be dead. Another smoke up here from RSG. They're just burning right through these things.
Yeah, mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
They try and approach the high ground, RSG. Thinking about it, but instead I believe they just spotted out Armel on the Void Spirit. Genuel, still the easier kill to try and secure as they will find him, but a nice stun away from Genuel. Still the Cursed Crown and Bedlam are going to be there, and eventually the Ench is going to drop. Nice pick up again from RSG. Not quite the core kill they would have wanted, but they'll have to kind of take what they get.
Yeah, and it is a great matchup for the Dark Willow too, right? Someone who, the Bedlam, just so useful versus the Ench, especially with how these Enchantress players just want to play. They want to scout. They want to be like that Clocker we had earlier today where they just throw their bodies in, trying to get information and vision and create a lot of space for their other cores to farm when they need a little bit more, like Raven does on this Weaver, who leading the charge 7k, has the Maelstrom and is going for a Lincoln's next because of this Mercy and Lasso. Great item choice.
Absolutely. A bit of a group up here mid lane. Fnatic. They'll see Roger. Try to pick out, but it's not going to be enough, surely. So he does have his team around him, but they got no goal and drop off. So a very nice Terrorize into the Lasso, out onto Armel. This will be a great trade. And RSG have got it. In fact, they might have even a little bit more. Thanks to the Flame Break of XC Learn, they'll find another. Raven still going to try and fight, but can't do much on his own. RSG, that's really a great trade in the mid lane, as maybe now they can set up for that mid tier 1 tower.
Yeah, unfortunately, it takes a lot of effort to push with their lineup. They're going to have this combo now that the Mars and the Ursa are together, right? You got Sidekick plus just like fearsome right clicks, so that is something. Just swift attack speed plus flat damage is always going to be very good. So they can get the towers pretty quick if they're together. They can get Roche very fast if they're together. But it's not, you know, it's dangerous, right? There's no safe sieging right now for RSG.
DJ bot lane might be in a bit of danger. Jump in. Avalanche is there, but they do get the root off with Jabonbon right into the Bedlam. That'll be another kill here for Zhao Yu, as even top lane, XC Learn could find himself in danger, but they have no way to lock down the Bat Rider. He's going to be just fine to back his way out of there. And well, RSG now really fighting back. Currently just leading the net worth board, leading the kill board, and well, for Fnatic, it seems like they're just gonna have to sit back and relax for a bit.
Yeah, they're it's just a good read by RSG because they know that the Tiny's hunting for the blink, right? Tiny's and Earthshakers. This is a really sad part of the game for them a lot of the time because they just have to sit in the dead lane and farm until they hit their blink dagger. And if you can punish that and get a couple kills, that's always great. Sometimes it can be difficult for some heroes in the dead lane because you need like multiple heroes to come down and it almost doesn't feel worth it to commit that much time. But because they have this Marcy and Willow, they can actually blow them up pretty effectively. Zhao Yu gonna pay for it though.
Ooh, Aether Remnant doesn't land though. He's fine.
Wow. Unexpected. All right. Gives us a tip. Okay. All right.
Gives him the tip as well, of course. Gonna get into the mind of Armel, and RSG not giving anything away, as they're going to find a nice invis rune there for XC Learn when he's ready to pick it up. And it seems like MKS, he wants to chip away at this mid-tier 1 tower. Even if they don't have the greatest pushing lineup, they may as well get started. And speaking of started, bot lane, DJ once again being spotted out down on the bot side, and well, they really want to make sure this blink never comes out. So DJ still running. XC Learn now the one in danger, but a nice golem drop out from Roger. Gonna take care of the Tiny. And now with the golem up, can they really force this fight? Januel gonna have to slowly run away, but it's not gonna be enough. They'll take another down here on the side of Fnatic as RSG. The aggression really starting to pay off, and well, this team, they know how far they can push their heroes.
Yeah, and they still have Lasso here too, so Jabs has to be a bit cautious.
Trouble. Flame Break is going to connect, but the Chains Away is still there. They'll get the Cursed Crown off, but Armel going to jump right back in after Jabonbon does at least get the Dark Willow. At mid-tier 1 tower, they're just going to deny it off. They know they can't hold it.
Yeah, good choice. Just let it go. And, well, with that taken down, one would imagine the next goal for RSG should be the Roche. They have an Ursa. part of the plan. He's under a ward right now. They kind of see him pacing left and right here, and well, heading towards there. So the pings come out. Jazz pings the Roche Pit. They scan, but he's not there. He's actually gone back to the jungle.
MKS maybe kind of reading that kind of play there from Fnatic and not rushing to Roshan. I mean, he's still farming very well on the Ursa considering that laning stage he had, and I mean, he may as well just keep the farm going here against this Weaver. It's MKS working towards that BKB now, and I suppose once the BKB's up, you feel a lot more confident trying to move into the Roshan. Unless you can get a really big team fight to go your way.
You would love to find a Roche before that, though, that's for sure. Because like that Aegis can just buy you so much time while you farm it up, and you can still play a bit more aggressive. And they have the Blink Dagger finished up here on DJ, so you know their own equivalent of the lasso is now here.
Did Jabs just picked up a Blink as well on the Timber?
Oh, did he now?
Yes, he did. It's on the courier. I must admit, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Not this early. You know, sometimes it's a good matchup and you're like, oh, I'm just like struggling to get in there. This will be curious.
Let's see how it works. It's a very interesting pick here from Jabs. See exactly what he can get done with this. Meanwhile, RSG, I mean, they'll see it soon. They're more than happy to just sit back and keep that farm going on MKS, who is now top of the net worth board. This is before Roshan's even been started. Fnatic would love to find this Ursa right now before the BKB does come up, but well, MKS, he blinks right into Roshan. From the high ground, they cannot see him doing so. See if they check. DJ seems to know it might be happening. This would be a massive play if Fnatic could steal this one away as Xiao Yu gives a sidekick over. MKS still very, very healthy. Roshan not so much though. Fnatic eventually gonna have to make the jump in, but there's Exilone getting started and the Aegis already gonna go the way of MKS. Januel may just get caught out on the edge. Meanwhile, Jabs gonna try and chain away, but the chase is on. They've got the Hex out onto the Timber and they're just gonna burst him down. Jabs is out. They've got Januel to boot. Mel just unable to help. Maybe they can find Xiao Yu at least. They're gonna try. Xiao Yu somehow still alive, and now that golem drop. Roger reinitiating the team fight, but they're not gonna find anything out of it. It's just to save Xiao Yu's life.
I'm here just like looking up Timber Blink Dagger timings like, wait, what?
Wait, any records?
Let's just
what have we got,
there have
Trent?
been some very fast ones before that, and there have been sub 10 minute Blink Daggers on Timbersaw, which seems hilarious. But well, I mean, I can remember some phases where Blink was first, you know, buffed and explored a little bit more. And yeah, you can make. We've seen like Blink in, Whirling Death, Timber Chain out.
Well, MKS, he's gonna blink in. DJ in a bit of danger. Fatal Bonds might just do it as DJ is gonna drop. Another great kill here for RSG. So far, Fnatic, I mean, they just have no right trying to force a fight against RSG.
Yeah, scratching their heads a little bit here, I think, on Fnatic.
Well, nothing's really happening for them. Raven, I mean, he's keeping up in farm on the Weaver, but in terms of team fight, it just feels like they're getting picked apart. It's not even close, these recent team fights. In fact, Raven is going to get jumped, but does time-lapse away. There's going to come a stage, though, where there's going to be a basher up on MKS, and that may not be so easy anymore. Top lane, Jarbon Bon is going to get caught, but he'll save Xiao Yu's life. Jabs is still in the chase, though, trying to find this Marcy as she does try to run away. Rebound is up. She'll commit. Xiao Yu still being chased down here by Jabs, who does have his blink back off cooldown in a second. Forcing the BKB up, but disposes there. Xiao Yu can actually try to go for the kill onto Jabs. Eventually, we'll just kind of let him go as they continue to chase now. Armel showing up, seeing if he can catch this Marcy, but is not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a middle ground build for the Marcy, right? Like, you don't have the armor this game, so you don't have the big damage, but you're going to have that BKB and then into, like, the Basher. I'm not sure which one's more valuable to get first with her current lineup. I feel like maybe there's some merit to going Basher with how this Timber is playing rather than getting the Blink right away. But you also can't negate how powerful, like, Blink Dispose can be as long as they manage to chew through Raven's Lincolns. And I don't have anyone to blame for this Timber build. I'm looking through top tier pubs. There's no one really spamming this. So this is a Jabs recognizing a situation where he thinks this is going to be good.
Well, I'm waiting for the moment we get to see why it's good, Trent, because so far it has not worked out at all. I guess you kind of just saw it, though. You can chain and blink back, so...
Yeah.
Is it worth just that? I don't know. Maybe he just recognizes it's a hard game and he just needs to push wave safely.
It is interesting because like it's not really a good like Yule's game, for example, which is another really common item on the hero. And so maybe he's just thinking like, if I'm good enough, blink can be a defensive item, right? If I'm fast enough.
Yeah. That might just be it.
You know.
Yeah. Mid lane. RSG may get caught here. Raven gonna break the smoke of Xiao Yu. They are gonna try and break the Linkers, and now the lasso immediately out. No hesitation into the terrorize. They'll find another, and that's the biggest target you could have asked for. That's Raven's Weaver they've taken down.
All that investment into this Lincoln's looking like it didn't even matter to them.
RSG, they've got some great team coordination.
Yeah, for sure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Goes back to Xiao Yu's Blink Dagger as well. Like, he can easily just break the Lincolns every time. Suddenly, as this Weaver, you're not feeling too safe. It's even Armel now going to be spotted by Xiao Yu, but the Blink is not up this time. Yet they continue to chase. You do have Xiao Bonbon trying to cut him off, but Armel going to be just fine to back himself out. Keep in mind, though, Trent, in the meantime, the bottom tier 2 tower just going down for free to MKS, and well, that means the outpost is to be taken, and well, I suppose next Roshan not going to be too challenging here for RSG.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, he is just sweeping through that bottom half of the map. He's getting so rich. Meanwhile, his allies are finding Edge up top here.
Yeah, Genuel's gone. They're going to try and get something. Xiao Yu going to be targeted, and they do find a master kill. It's a great kill to get for Fnatic. Xylone, though, keeping them around, making sure that they do suffer for this. Is DJ going to try for a TP up? A Jean Bonbon going to save that with the Yules. So they will find 2 supports for their trouble. Is DJ just drop? Can they find Armel? He'll Astral Step. Do they have a way to cancel the TP? Not quite.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No one else close enough, thankfully, as, you know, DJ obviously throwing his life away with that TP. Certainly knew that something was going to be there, just preventing the chase onto Jabs to let him get out of there. So you really don't want to see someone fall after that sacrifice. But they'll continue their rap, and it's just MKS just mowing down bottom lane now, mowing down top. Getting richer and richer. Basher going to be here any second now.
This guy always finds a way of being impactful on the map and find his farm at the same time, MKS. Very, very good at just finding those towers and still finding that farm. And you see how fast he is just farming. 2k ahead now of Raven. This is after a 3... He died 3 times during the lane trend. This man's just caught up so darn quick.
We have a bit of a problem now as well for Fnatic because they have 2 supports that Genuel not really able to afford the gem, which would be something they kind of crucially need right now, I think, at this stage of the game. We're starting to see these 20 to 25 minute timings on a lot of gems in Dota right now because of how important the vision is. And right now, RSG are ready for these big assassination plays, and they're running through wards in their jungle.
Fnatic really on the back foot here. Sitting back, just trying to take it easy as there's an 8k net worth lead here to RSG. There's that basher we talked about earlier as well. Coming out on the courier for MKS now. And he's going to be working straight into an MKB right after that. Just, I guess, preemptively, just in case Raven does decide to go into a butterfly. Something like that, but for now, it's just going to add even more damage for MKS. And I think the basher alone is going to make a huge problem for Fnatic in this game, number 1. They just don't really have a way to deal with this Ursa anymore. Not at least for now. Pretty much any team fight, it feels like. You're always fighting against this massive Fatal Bonds and Golem. 27% shared damage with Fatal Bonds for 25 seconds. It's just so hard to fight into.
And trying to catch him in the back is really their goal. You know, an eventual Agnums perhaps from Armel. Trying to get a silence to delay would be amazing. But he's a ways away from that, having to get the Lincoln Sphere for himself, just like Raven, to try and stay alive. As they hope to keep this tower alive with the jump in.
Well, they're going to try and burst him down. Roger, he does get a nice golem down with the Fatal Bonds out, and MKS somehow survives in all of this. They can't burst him out. There goes Jabs. On the Timber, he's already gone. That's not how it should work. The Ursa, how does it survive like that?
That was absolute worst case scenario. Do you want to know the worst thing? He was down to 37 HP.
Oh, no.
That's how low he got. And then he got Shadow Amuleted and Holy Locket healed by his Warlock.
Oh,
so very nice play from Roger.
A great play from Roger. Mid lane, jump in. Mel gonna try and catch out Exilern, but the BKB's up. In fact, Exilern now will turn. Lincoln's broken. Do they have a lasso? Not quite. They've already used it, but Armel still in massive danger as the Terrorize gonna land once again. The Void Spirit gone. They do at least get Xiao Yu on the Marcy, but it's still a great trade for RSG. Sadly for them, Roshan isn't up, but they've only got to wait 25 seconds.
Yeah, at least it's still on the earlier end. Definitely going to benefit them if they can get the vision in there in time. Void Spirit will still be down at that point. And Fnatic, you know, they know they're on the back foot and they're looking for that perfect opportunity, right? You have to take some risk at some point when you are behind, and that was a pretty good one. You know, it's very, very risky to go immediately onto the Ursa because they know what's going to happen. They know there's going to be the Warlock dropping the Golem on their face. There's the Terrorize, many different options they have to worry about. But they're thinking, if we eliminate the Ursa, that is so much of their damage, so much of their team fight. If we can survive through those spells as long as Ursa's controlled. And it's just the difference of that, 40 HP. And maybe they find themselves a team fight win. And they like at least cut in this lead a little bit. It's not going to immediately put you even. But that was a good go by Fnatic. Just a little bit heartbreaking for them.
Oh, absolutely. It just felt like every team fight they've done so recently, they've had no chance in it. Just constant outplays coming up for RSG, and again, they just sit back, they farm up. They'll go again in a few minutes, I'm sure, and Roshan's up now. So next team fight, if Fnatic can't pull off a victory, it's a free Roshan to RSG, and the game only gets worse and worse from there. It's Fnatic. Well, they are grouped up in their triangle, but they've got to find something. Just nothing on the map for them to really aim for right now.
I feel like they got to get this gem. To me, that's just the key right now for Fnatic. It's like, there's a reason why everyone's doing it. I don't think you can just keep ferrying out this one sentry at a time. Like, everyone's just buying them off cooldown. But, like, look, they're under a ward right now. Just being scouted completely. They can't get these catches that they need if they're scouted everywhere on the map.
They might be punished straight away. Rebound away, but MKS jumps right in. Genuel's already gone. That'll be one. Slows down Jabs, but DJ, he's the target. Get rid of both supports. They have constant reset ability thanks to Roger, who just keeps spamming out that Shadow Word and just keep giving all the HP back. And Roshan's up again. They'll scout it out very soon, and it should get started. In fact, there you go.
Instant buyback, though, as the sidekick Ursa tries to take care of Enchantress's sidekick of the Satyr in the pit. They're going to smoke up to defend their Ursa in the pit. They got Golem. They got Lasso. They have everything. So beware, Fnatic.
Certainly so. Look at this wraparound. RSG going from the low ground. Fnatic, they don't expect this. Terrorize not going to land, though. But who have they got? Jabs jumps right in. DJ, Avalanche Toss is there, but Xiao Yu still alive as now the Golem has been dropped. MKS, he's onto Jabs. He's got the Timber down, no problem. No one from RSG dropping yet. But they are looking to back off back into the Roshan pit. It's Fnatic looking to try and punish. They will catch Roger. Rooted up is the Void Spirit, though, into the Dispos, and now the Tiny gets caught out. They got the Avalanche, but Armel is going to get taken down. He'll get bashed up by the Ursa. More buybacks to come, Raven. He's looking to clean up here, the Weaver. It's Jabonbon, very, very low on the Dark Willow, but is going to blink out. And Roshan has survived, but Fnatic, they pay heavily with all these buybacks.
They did. There's no Ursa, though. They have to go for this, right? Swarm and go into the pit? Like, do they have a choice?
You'd think so.
And they're going to go in here, and they're going to see Ursa not buy back. And they're going to be like, oh, you know?
Could be the opening. They've got to take it. They've got to take the risk. Raven does move in. You've still got to go against the Batrider, but Lasso's down for 18 seconds. So it's still a very hard team fight for RSG to try to force without their pos 1.
They're trying to half do it here with, like, the bug. And all right, now Timber's committing for the, like, someone needs to tank this so Raven can just swing.
Well, they're going in. Smoke is there,
Lasso
RSG. They're still going to try and fight. They're moving out. Learn is there. Roshan dropping. Aegis is taken. It was taken by Armel on the Void Spirit, but they've still at least caught out jabs on the Timber with the bashes out and the lasso. They'll hold him down. Great pickup already for RSG is Raven. He does not have an Aegis up. He needs to run. The person who has it is Armel, but he's being chased down right now as we speak. RSG, they want that Aegis down on that Void Spirit, but they won't catch him. He's fine. So everyone else from Fnatic should be able to get... Oh, I say that. Mel still in the tree line. Actual step towards the north. Xiao Yu on the chase. Disposes up. Lincoln's broken. They've got him. He bashed him up. Oh, so unlucky for Armel. Xiao Yu constantly bashing anyone he wants to. See, we'll still dissimulate north into the tree, but Learn is going to find him. Armel, he's out of escape routes here. He's gonna die twice, I think. Dissimulate. Once again.
Oh, he missed the napalm.
Oh, wait a minute.
He was a bit off.
Courier is gonna see him. They know he's there. Still walking towards the left now. MKS is gonna find him the first time. We'll see if he can get away with the second line. No step charges. Armel, dissimulate away back towards the southwest. The Learn. And they've got him. Armel, a sitting duck now, is going to get taken out eventually. And I guess he bought a little bit of time at least, but it doesn't feel that way.
No, it doesn't. It's just a little bit sad at that point. But hey, you took the Aegis away at the very least. They don't have that. Perhaps it gives you some opportunities on your high ground. Some toss plays can be a little bit more valuable when they're not respawning in your tier 4s and they're actually just dead. Got that working for them. But, you know, I got to say... Core Mercy versus Ench. Very, very good. You know, the prioritization, every single fight, Xiao Yu just jumps right on top of Januel and he just dies. Because the Fury strikes go right through that untouchable and he is just exploding. It's venison, you know? He's just chewing it up right there. some deer jerky.
And how lucky has Xiao Yu been with these bashes as well? Like every team fight.
Yeah.
He just bashes anyone he wants.
Well, it's a lot of right clicks, you know? He hits pretty fast.
Yeah. Like, I suppose it is almost guaranteed to bash. Each unleash pulse, I guess you would say, is RSG
5
grouping
now
up again.
at max level, so
perfect. Team's very good.
That's can't miss, right? I mean, I know my math. It's 125%. It's guaranteed. That's how that works, right?
Oh yeah. Well, you'd think
almost.
So. Almost there. RSG group up in the mid lane. See what they can get out of this. I mean, DJ, he's looking for a toss back on the Marcy, but won't even bother trying. Xiao Yu, look at the
she
damage.
tosses you. You know, it's kind of worrisome.
Yeah. Everyone's getting tossed. That sidekick damage, it just looks ridiculous every time I watch it. Especially on the objectives. Fnatic,
it is a nice
they're going to group up. All 5 heroes here from Fnatic grouped up, ready to go. Xiao Yu again, going to be targeted, but it has a BKB, and now with the golden drop and the fatal bonds into the lasso. That'll be Armel gone immediately, as now they can move in for more. Curse Crown out onto DJ, he'll juke it out. Jab's being chased in the meantime, is going to be left alone, but instead they'll just take DJ's life. Too easy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The timing of poor Armel jumping directly into the golem. You got to feel a little bit bad for that. You know, was hoping there wouldn't be the defense there in time, but Roger, oh, he's ready, all right.
Yeah. Even jump on Bond down at the bot lane, just chasing down Chanuel. So now onto the bot tier 3 tower they go. RSG, they've got 2 heroes down with our buyback on the side of Fnatic. They should at least get a tier 3 tower out of this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Arguably more.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they're not going to be able to do much about this, I don't think. Especially when they see Raven hitting their tier 2.
They've got to try very, very soon. Once those respawns are back up, but it seems like the bot racks is almost guaranteed to go down. MKS not going to back off. He'll take care of it. That's going to be enough. RSG with the 14k net worth advantage. No reason to rush this game. They've got their first racks up. It's really their game to throw right now, and yeah, they will just play it conservatively.
That is very conservative. To back off there. They are really playing this one patient. I mean, what were they lacking? Golem?
I guess I guess just Golem. There is still tier 2 towers, though, to be fair.
Yeah, true. I tell you, I hope Xiao Bonbon gets all the way up to this scythe, because he already has an Aether lens, is now just picked up a telescope, so that will be very frightening. And, well, there you go. There's a kill.
Yeah. They blow one up. Roger, gonna be chased. They've popped the drums here on Fnatic, but all they're gonna do is get some vision down. That'll be good enough for them for now, as they do make their way up to the high ground, but looks like they'll get Xiao Yu, and that'll be about all they get. At least for Fnatic, it does buy Raven a bit more time on the map to keep that farm going on this Weaver. Even with all the farm he's been getting, though, Raven hasn't really been able to just stand there and hit people this game.
No, he just gets exposed every time, right? Dispose into lasso, and can't rely on his Lincolns. He did ping the outpost. Wanted team to come take it. They haven't quite grabbed it yet. We'll now work on that. So all that work for the tier 2 gives them something to base their next fight around. Would love to get some vision down. Again, I believe they're still in Strug City here with the vision game. We got Gem on bat. And I don't think they bought one yet, right? They didn't lose it or something? I'm not crazy.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I don't think so. They just never got around to it. Fnatic. You kind of pointed out earlier, like that gem was going to be very important for a couple team fights there as Lexi learned. Armel stepped in. He's kind of on his own right now, but will dissimulate back out. They'll get Genuel with the lasso and just drag him all the way back. They'll take what they can get. And it seems like that'll be enough for RSG. Just no rush here.
He is 1/3 of their kills at this point. 11 deaths for Genuel, and I can't blame him because you have a role as this Ench. You kind of have to be the front line, but they also can just blow you up between an Ursa and a Marcy and a Dark Willow. Like, it's one of the absolute worst Ench games you could possibly imagine. She pretty much does nothing valuable.
It is one of those games, that's for sure. MKB up now as well to make matters worse, so poor old Genuel. It feels like no matter what he builds, he just is not going to be able to survive these team fights anymore. Neither of the rest of Fnatic, quite frankly, with the way this game's going. It's RSG. Group up, smoke up, rush forward. They found jabs. BKB popped. It just doesn't matter through all the bashes that are coming out. Between Xiao Yu and MKS, you just can't get away.
I like that goal though, for the guarantee.
Yeah, just in case. Xiao Yu, he's ended on the high ground somehow. DJ, major drop here. They've even got the Weaver Raven gonna get terrorized up, forced after round, but it's not gonna matter. Genuel, he'll keep trying to run, but we've seen this one before. He's gone.
There was not much fighting.
Armel trying to find some waves way in the back.
Yeah, DJ's trying to find a kill.
My God. Oh, he almost got stuck from TPing home. Of course, maybe he wishes he didn't TP here.
Yeah, maybe not. Armel gonna try and avoid them right now. Fnatic still trying to fight jabs in the middle of all this. Gets disposed up. Xiao Yu still fighting. Maybe they can clean up though. MKS is gonna drop. No buyback on the Ursa. A big opening now for Fnatic. Roshan's up in 25 seconds. So if they can steal this next Roshan, Fnatic, they might have a great way back into this game.
Well, that fight will still be very dangerous, unfortunately, with all these buybacks, though. We got Weaver, Timber, Tiny, and Ench buying back here. So those are long timers on buybacks.
It just feels like you've got to get something out of this. They checked with the Swarm, but Roshan was 3 seconds away from respawning. So,
send in the Pine Cone.
Yeah, they should send in something. They won't check again, I don't think. There's still 50 seconds for the Ursa to be back as well to make matters worse, so they still have plenty of time. RSG, surprisingly enough, though, they'll go for a 3-man smoke up, and they do have the Ags up now on the Bat Riders, but they are going to make the jump in. Onto Armel, he's gone!
That was so sick. That was so good.
Where are you going?
Xiao Yu,
just kills him.
Oh, there's your lasso, Raven. Luckily, the lasso breaks, because the Ench did die. In they go, though. Raven, curse crowned up, is going to be okay. They'll be happy with the buyback out from the Void Spirit.
it's such an issue for their defensiveness, right? Because like Armel goes for this Lincoln's as he's just, you know, they have BKB piercing abilities galore between like the lasso and the golem, and so he's just thinking like, okay, I'll get Lincoln so I don't get lassoed or just disposed, right? And then Xiao Bama just blinks in, pops the Lincolns of the Curse Crown, and uses them, and he's dead. He has no recourse after that. He just comes down into the root, and then he just gets chain killed. All off of a position 4.
Oh, Fnatic. They're going to group up and smoke up. They've got to fight this Roshan. It's too late. It's already gone. That's going to be a refresher shot now up on RSG, and that means XE Learn's got double lasso. That's going to be quite painful this next team fight, and it really feels like Fnatic just kind of missed the bus there in that last Roshan attempt. Like they miss it by 3 seconds, and then they don't recheck it. And it was just a free Roshan that just didn't go their way.
Yeah, or at least something where you can force perhaps a fight in your advantage versus the RSG, and unfortunately they won't get that option here. And you gotta wonder what their choices really are at this point. Like, what is the win condition? It certainly involves some crazy tiny stuff, like it always must, right? We need like a toss back into an Aether Remnant, and unfortunately that's still pretty tough. Even then it's gonna be difficult.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It certainly would be. I don't think RSG are too concerned about that. I'll tell you. It's Fnatic. They've got every right to be concerned right now. MKS get started. Oh, Mel. Unable to hold him down. Meanwhile, Lasso is out. Onto 2. They've got Raven and Jabs. Do they want to refresh? They will. Golem has been dropped as well. They're trying to aim down the Ench for now. Meanwhile, MKS back in onto Jabs instead. Armel on the side has also been caught by Xiao Yu. Golem has been dropped by Roger, but misses everything. And now Fnatic, they might have a team fight on their hands as Raven does get Jump on bomb, but the buyback is immediate. They'll have the Dark Willow back into this team fight as Jabs is in trouble. The Ursa being tossed back into the tier 4 towers, but he's still just fine. RSG look to back off back towards the tier 3, or rather the top racks, and they will get it. MKB now up on Raven. That's going to leave him without buyback gold. Though he doesn't have buyback anyway, to be fair. And RSG, they might just go right for the jugular.
They're trying to kite them as best they can, getting low, backing off, almost having some plays here.
Yeah, BKB's up. DJ not going to be able to get the Ursa. They go for more now. DJ is going to drop. XT Learn able to pick the Tiny up without buyback. Onto the Megas they go. A hard defense for Fnatic. In fact, it's an impossible defense for Fnatic. And GG's called. They've had enough. RSG take a very dominant victory against Fnatic for game number 1. Trent, this couldn't be an upsetting kind of night, would it? Where all the big orgs are just losing to the Div 2 teams that just moved up?
It's certainly looking like it so far here as RSG, I mean, bringing out the off-lane Mercy and really showing that, like, again, maybe it's not going to be good in every game. It shouldn't be the default choice, but it was great here. It had an excellent counter versus the Edge, totally ruined their game. And the initiation versus the Weaver, too, really helpful. Just, like, spotting this. It kind of reminded me like the 9 Clockwork, where maybe mid-Clockwork's not going to be great every single time. And obviously some other teams are now picking it up, too. It's not just 9 rocking that mid-Clock, as we've already seen today. But when you see the right game, Core Mercy could be it.
It did feel very, very strong in the hands of Xiao Yu. And I mean, RSG altogether, you just notice how clean they play, right? Like, it didn't feel like they were up against one of the best orgs in SEA. It was just another day for these guys. And well, I can't wait to see what these drafts for Game 2 look like. Of course, we are going to head off to a very short break, and right after that break, we'll be back with our Game 2 draft between Fnatic and, of course, RSG. We'll see you then.